Alright everybody, welcome to an episode of Delayed Hyper Commentary. This is James Chen, aka jchensor, and I'm gonna bring you guys a special little treat here today. One of the things that I would love to do is go through a bunch of, more obscure fighting games. I don't know a whole bunch of them, but one of the games that recently that you've been seeing a lot from NYC Furby, aka Arturo, aka Sabin, is EX2 at his Too Old, Too Furious tournaments. And this game, I mean, it's doing really well over there. It's picking up a lot of steam and a lot of people are watching it. So, and I've always enjoyed watching this game. I've always felt like it's a really smartly made game. Lots of really cool systems, really fun, interesting characters and such. So I really, really wanted to go through this game. And A-Cho, the YouTube channel, just released a long EX2 video. They are youtube.com/GAME and then all lowercase A-C-H-O, A-Cho. If you guys don't know them, you should know them. They have a lot of great, wonderful footage of all sorts of fighting games, including this hour-and-a-half long Street Fighter EX footage here. So definitely take the chance to check that out if you can. Again, this game has been getting a lot of popularity recently. This is just going to be a first match that I'm just going to have on the screen while I talk over it, just to give you guys a little background on the EX series. So Street Fighter EX, I'm pretty sure the way that it worked was that Capcom, when the PlayStation 1 came out and everything started going the way of 3D graphics, Capcom really wanted to see if they could figure out a way to bring Street Fighter into the 3D world, as opposed to continuing the 2D path that they had been going for so long. So I think they really wanted to try a 3D Street Fighter. So what happened was, instead of actually making the game themselves, they decided to farm it out to another company called Arika. And the interesting thing about Arika is Arika was actually founded by Akira Nishitani. This is a brand new company. They were made in this company was formed in 1995, and EX came out in 96. So this was pretty much the first game, I believe, that Arika made. But it was founded by Akira Nishitani. The company's name is his name spelled backwards. And it was Akira Nishitani himself, along with Akiman, he used to work at Capcom. And the two of them together created Street Fighter 2. So essentially what Capcom did was, when Akira Nishitani left Capcom, he formed his own company, and then Capcom farmed out a 3D Street Fighter to them, so he basically ended up working for Capcom anyway. Not sure if it was planned, before he left or whatever like that, but in any case, that's basically what happened. And the resulting product was EX, Street Fighter EX. There came a few sequels afterwards, but then EX2 came out, and I feel like this was the game where they really kind of felt their groove. They added a new system called Excel combos. They got to create a bunch of their own characters, guys like Skullomania, who's very well known, Crackerjack, Darun, Shadow, Volcano Rosso, Nanase, Garuda. See all those guys on the screen, names listed there. And they did a really cool job with this, and I think it's one of the more underrated fighting games of the past, just because it was at the time it was ugly, and it was just like, what is this weird 3D Street Fighter thing? Please stay with 2D. And Street Fighter 3 came out, and all of a sudden it was like, yes, see, this is why we need to stay this way. But so what ended up happening, I feel like, was that EX2 Plus got very how you want to say, it didn't get the attention and the play that it probably deserved. And I feel like that this is a super fun game, lots of cool stuff. You can see another one of their unique characters, Pullum here, who is air cannon drills and ground cannon drills. I guess you can almost think of her as a very Cammy-like character in this game. But they did a lot of interesting things. One of the most famous things that they did was they were the first company ever to put trial modes into the fighting games. There was an expert training mode where they just basically gave you a bunch of stuff and you just tried to pass them. And it was my favorite thing about the game at the time. I loved those trial modes because that's just how I am. I love trial modes. And ever since then, trial modes have almost become a staple. But for sure, EX was one of the, I'm pretty sure was the first game ever to put the trial modes in there. And you see an example of what Excel combos there. Excel combos are basically the custom combos of this game. A few little things to note probably, that there are 3 bars that you can see under the meter. You can see blue means you have 1 bar filled, yellow means you have 2. Once it gets red, then it is a full 3 bars. But again, these are not the videos that I'm going to be commentating over. What I'm going to commentate over is a bunch of the A-Cho videos. Again, please subscribe to their channel. Once again, this is youtube.com/GAMEACHO. They're an arcade, I believe, in Japan. They've been releasing videos for years. Even before YouTube, I was watching their Guilty Gear videos that they used to put up all the time. They're still putting up videos all the time. Let me see, if I look at their channel here, they have over 3,000 videos of all sorts of different fighting games, so check them out. Lots of cool stuff on their channel. So definitely check them out. Again, I'm using their video later on. Hopefully they're okay with that. And again, I mean no harm by using their video. Again, please subscribe to their channel and watch a lot of their matches there. And again, I thank them, you know, for putting up these videos so I am able to do this DHC for you guys. Again, that's all caps GAME, then all lowercase ACHO. Please check them out on YouTube and subscribe to their channel for lots of good fighting game goodness. All right, so we're gonna get on now to that hour-and-a-half A-Cho match. We're going to do only half an hour in this first clip, and then hopefully I'll get the following 2 clips soon without too much wait in between. All right? Enjoy, guys. Alright, so the first match we have here is going to be Volcano Rosso versus Zangief. Of course, you guys probably all get the general idea of how Zangief plays, but probably not really clear on how what Volcano Rosso's going to want to do. He's kind of a tricky character. He's got a lot of he's got this interesting projectile, which can be used for melee attacks. Got a lot of command dashes, a lot of tricky little movement. One of the unique characters in this game I really kind of always like. Oh yeah, and he has that 2-hit jumping roundhouse, I believe it is. But here we go. So Zangief doing his thing, keeping him out. There you see the command dash, and he goes for his basically a Rekka combo. Now his chance for punish, but tech hit. And one of the cool things is you actually get meter when you get a tech hit. Both players gain a small chunk of meter, super meter for that. And right away, okay, one of the first things that you're going to learn about this game is that the damage in EX2 is ridiculous. It's so easy to do damage, and there you see the 2-hit jump roundhouse, and there's the full Rekka that Volcano Rosso gets. And he tried to go for the meaty fireball, didn't quite get it to work, and here comes the first Excel combo that we see here. And you can link multiple Excel combos in a row. They only take 1 bar. They're basically custom combos in this game. And unfortunately, he dropped it. He was going to try to link a couple of them in a row. Basically, once one ends, you can usually get more depending on how you set up the end of an Excel combo. Now, there's a lot of links in this game, so a lot of moves link into each other. So if you end your Excel combos with a move that has a lot of plus advantage, then you can go right into another Excel combo by canceling the Excel combo in between the link. Okay, and there Zangief went for the unblockable with a very big giveaway. And here, see, there's the media attacks from Volcano Rosso. Didn't quite get anything out of it, but here we go, punish time. Just goes for the Rekka. Oh, wake up super, but he's gonna get the trade. Okay, very fortunate for Rosso. And yeah, you can't keep jumping in at Zangief. He's gonna get you, and just command dashing right out of that cross-up splash. Smart stuff. And yeah, he's having so much of it. He's trying to get in too much, and nice. Just grab him on the meaty SPD, and oh wow, I could have swore that was gonna be dead for sure. And oh my gosh, is he gonna be able to make a comeback? Now he's gonna do two supers, and yeah, there it is. Again, example of the high damage. Supers can be canceled into other supers in this game. As long as you've got the meter, as long as you switch which supers you're doing, you can cancel from one super into the other super. So Volcano Rosso basically stealing that one from the Zangief player. Okay, trade here, and here comes Zangief. He's going to try to go in. Oh, and he's going to activate an XL combo. You can use them as anti-airs. And let's just mash out a super and grab him right in between. This is going to do huge amounts of damage. Look at that. Ow. Build some extra meter. And they are playing 3 out of 5 rounds here. Alright, using that fireball to get in there, and you see that 2-hit jumping roundhouse. It's so very nice, and oh my god, he just grabbed him out of his command dash. I don't know if he predicted that, if he knew that was coming, and okay. So Zangief gets the knockout on that lariat. So down to the final round here. Volcano Rosso, okay, he gets the pressure from the fireball, that meaty fireball. No lariats from Zangief in this situation. Trying to keep him out, zoning with that standing roundhouse. Ooh, you can see how fast that fireball recovers, and he activates an Excel, but unfortunately, Zangief was jumping, and Zangief's going to let that super rip. He can end the super early before the final kick, so he can do more links off of it, but he chose not to do that. He's just going to keep going, building some more meter, and he's got a ton of meter and a ton of life, but 2 meters for Rosso can be enough for a comeback if he can land an Excel combo and link into another one. Oh, there it is! Oh, but great stuff from Zangief not to do anything, and so yeah, that meter is gonna go to waste, and Zangief still trying to get in there, not quite. Here comes the meaty fireball, and the command dash to get on the other side. Here he goes for the Excel combo. He's gonna keep it going. Oh no! He did the unblockable. I think he was gonna try to do another Excel combo, but that might have just been an execution error, and he is going to get killed by an SPD. To do an Excel combo, it's a punch and kick of different buttons, and to do an and to do the unblockable, it's a punch and kick of the same strength. So that's why he might have got it messed up. In any case, again, these are Japanese matches, so Dictator will be known as Vega here in this match as opposed to Bison, as we are accustomed to in America. Bison, a very strong character in this game. He's got a really good unblockable, and his scissor kick is really good. But here comes Zangief. Once he tries to get on him, then he's just going to basically try to pressure him. Goes for the cross-up. Didn't quite get it. No cancel. You can cancel the end of that second hit scissor kick into a super, and looked like the Vega player decided not to do that. Gonna preserve it. Just wants to get the trade. Yeah, there it is. So he gets the knockout on the Psycho Crusher. Okay. Starts off with the scissor kick. Goes for the cross-up. Nice! But didn't quite combo the jumping attack. Zangief. Okay, here we go. He's gonna go for the stomping. He's gonna let it finish. Yeah. I think if you hit him from behind, it might be a little too far. Not sure. Oh, he does wake up Psycho Ball, but not close enough to work as a proper anti-air. Oh, and he can combo off the throw. He can combo off that throw, so he goes for the slide for the hard knockdown and cross-up Psycho Crusher. So again, with that pressure, and he tries to SPD him afterwards. Did you see that happened in the first round? Zangief gets away, and here comes the unblockable, and Zangief responded with the XL, didn't quite get anything off of it. And that time he's going to get the anti-air on time. So one thing about XL combos, it just allows you to chain any normal pretty much into any other normal. But normals to, when you hit someone out of the air, don't knock down. So when Zangief got those 2 hits out of the air, he got a couple of juggles, but then none of them knocked down. So that's why Bison was able to land and block in time. Good lariat there, and just using the reversal to get out of there, and again, doing reversals even gives you extra meter. Oh, he activated the Excel, but he did not get in close enough to punish. And once you activated the Excel, you only gain power. You don't lose anything. You don't lose the ability to block like custom combos. You don't lose anything else. You just spend the meter. Here we go. Oh, not big enough damage. And this is going to get him right into range for victory. Okay, wake up Psycho Ball just to kind of get him off of him. Just needs this little bit of extra damage, and he can take this. Oh, and an Excel to get him out of there, and a counter Excel from Bison. But again, they could both block, and Zangief, with the successful mashed lariat, staves off defeat. And here comes Bison coming after him. Nice slide punish. Goes for the cross-up Psycho, and wow, I'm surprised that didn't hit. And there he finally got the super cancel, but Just didn't quite get it. You can't hold it on the scissor kick like that. Oh, and Zangief lands the unblockable. The unblockable causes stagger, lets you get in there. Of course, there's the big giveaway with the gigantic lightning burst, so there aren't two broken. So Zangief knocking him away, building a little bit of extra meter, goes for that sweep. Nice standing forward poke, trying to combo, not quite there. Yeah, you just gotta let it rock. See, there you go. You can't hold on to it. You can charge up the Psycho Ball, but off of the scissor kick, you just gotta let it go immediately. Zangief trying to use the invincibility that's at the startup of the Excel, and oh! Wow! Bison tried to do a meaty Psycho Ball to chip him to death, and he just let it go too early, and he's gonna give Zangief the victory. Now here he comes. Okay, hit a little too high up, so he's got to jump away. You see Bison, of course, trying to play the zoning game. Nice! Air to air. And Zangief building a little extra meter on that reversal when landing, and here he's got the super. He's just gonna let it rock. I don't think this Zangief is very confident in the multi-super combos here. Yep, see, there it is. Now, he's doing the Psycho there to get positioning. You can get a juggle if you can get the full charged Psycho Ball to hit. But in that situation, it is not the full charged one. We're coming down to the wire here. Okay, he activates Excel to go through the super. Wow, good stuff. Oh, not this time. But see, oh, he let it go a little too early. Actually, that might have just been a fully charged and he just didn't hit fully enough. But look at this, down to the wire here. Anything can happen. They both got 1 meter and got an Excel or an unblock. There it is, the Excel, and he's just going to land with the SPD. And Zangief is going to take it. Wow, coming back from 0-2. And here comes Volcano Rosso again. I don't know if this is the same player or not. I don't think this is. I do kind of recall there being a couple of different Rosso players here. And Zangief's going to go right into the combo. Look at that. Half damage off of that combo. Again, this game, huge damage. One of the things that makes it so fun. And that'll be it. Boom, boom. There you go. Pretty much 2 combos and Rosso is dead. Which is actually kind of cool that they do play this game the 3 out of 5 method because of how much damage it is. Another great thing about this game is, you know, all these different ways to build meter. You build meter very fast in this game, so it's very worth it to spend a lot of your meter and stuff like that. See, Rosso just had only 1 bar, immediately got, only had 2 bars and immediately got to 3 in almost no time flat. Okay, punish time here, and he's going to go for a super cancel. Again, you can cancel supers into supers and specials into supers. This sets up. I'm not sure if that was a pure safe jump setup. Not sure if that's exactly a perfect safe jump setup on that super. And here goes Zangief, and he's going to let the super finish. He had another meter to go for another one, but not going to go for it. And a little too early on that lariat, and good early jump attack from Rosso to beat out the lariat. Okay, air to air, and first attack you see gets plus 25 gauge as well. Again, lots of meter in this game. Oh, he tries to go for the anti-air standing kick. Unfortunately, didn't work. I don't remember if that's standing light or standing medium kick. But it's definitely one of those buttons. Very good anti-air against Zangief, but they have to be close. Okay, he's going to go for the super cancel. Is he going to go for a double super cancel? Yes. Goes into the stomp one, leaves him on the ground right away, goes for the meaty fireball, only has time for the jab one. Zangief can wake up SPD it, but just wasn't expecting it. That's kind of the mind game that you play there. Oh! 2 SPDs in a row. You can see, I guess it's the jab one that doesn't get Zangief very far. He tried to go for empty jump SPD. Not going to work, and again, that anti-air standing kick, but the Zangief with the awareness of that goes for the Excel, uses the invincibility to pass through the kick, lands into raw SPD, takes round 3. He's up 2-1 again. Here we go. Excel. Oh, interesting. Just ends it that way. Oh, hit him out of the air with that. I'm surprised it didn't float him up, because that can happen if you get hit by the unblockable out of the air. It usually floats you up for a free juggle. Here comes Rosso just trying to get in there. You see, every time Zangief lands, he does that landing lariat just so he can build some extra meter. He's doing the kick lariat. Rosso staying back, trying to zone him with that fireball. Okay, that time he got the jump attack, and here we go. He should... Oh, not quite dead. What's this gonna be? Okay, Zangief's got the air-to-air. Zangief is sitting on 3 meters. There are level 3s in this game. Okay, not gonna be able to knock down because he doesn't have a knockdown move in the air, so he just got those 3 hits, and Rosso gets the low kick, and he ties it up 2-2. Zangief zoning out with that standing for. Nice empty jump into the stompy stomps. Pow, kick him across the screen, builds an extra meter with that lariat, and a whiff jump. Had that kick just miss, and he gets the SPD. Rosso down to half life. Here we go, Excel combo. Not fast enough. He should have activated it earlier so he could do a jump attack and then go for the ground combo, but a lot of people have very specific sequences. I think he wanted to land, activate, so he can get his sequence that he knows, but here he goes. He's just going to finish the Rekka off. Get some meaty in there. Okay, Zangief, no lariat. Oh, ooh, wow, no SPD punish. Not sure how safe it is. Activates Excel just to get out of there. Look at this Zangief. Splash pressure. Okay, Zangief. Just a tiny bit away. Oh, nice Excel combo. Here we go. Can he do it right? Yes, he gets the meaty in there. Yep, there it is. Low strong into the... Oh, no. See, basically you get the low strong activate into low forward. And here we are. We see Doctrine Dark. Very zone heavy character. He's got those explosions that he can throw on the ground. Very annoying to deal with for a lot of characters because it just kind of sits there. Depending on the button that he uses, it blows up with different timings, but if you do land on it, it will trigger. And he's also got basically the Scorpion Spear, which he has like 3 different follow-ups to. He can drag you forward, he can throw a spark at you. Actually, those might be the only 2 follow-ups. But you can see a very zone-heavy character, very annoying to deal with. And he tried to counter the anti-air with his Excel combo, not gonna work. Nice kick over the explosion and gets a sweep. So now he's in, but wake up, super, only hit a couple of the hits, not the full thing, he doesn't care. And he's gonna drag him into explosion. And so Doctrine Dark gonna take first round. I do not know the matchups in this game particularly well, but I can't imagine this is a fun fight for Zangief. Nice! Just got into range for the SPD, goes for the jab SPD, getting right in there. And again, another SPD. Trying to get in. Oh, and wake up super, so he's gonna go into the other super, which is safer, but then he puts himself right into range for SPD. So Zangief with a huge life lead here, really no reason to go in. Gotta be careful of that grenade. Yeah, you see how Zangief was scared to throw out a crouching forward because it would have slid him forward a little bit to get hit by that grenade. You really gotta know the timing. You can see the little red light on the explosions before they blow up. It starts to blink faster, so you have an idea of when it's going to trigger. Oh, just catches him right away and goes right into the Excel combo. Can he keep this going? So once you get a knockdown hit, oh, dude, I have no idea what direction, what side that hit on or whatever. Okay, oh, and he tried to keep the combo going. So I'll have to explain the juggles when I get a chance here. Zangief trying to get in. So once you get a knockdown hit at all, any knockdown hit, then after that, at that point, nothing Zangief can do. At that point, every move becomes a knockdown. So if you get a knockdown and juggle with normal moves, then you can just keep juggling normal moves until they hit the ground, as long as the Excel is active. However, if you start the combo with the normal moves without a knockdown, oh, look at this. Excel, lariat, 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 lariat. And here we go, he goes into the super. One of the things is that this game follows the juggle rules that are very similar to alpha games, in which as soon as, whenever you get hit out of the air, there's a short period of time where you do get a free juggle no matter what. So basically before they start doing the little somersault in the air, you can juggle them for free. Which is why you can see, oh nice, he does the anti-air one. See right there, you see that he got the ground attack into the jump attack. The ground attack recovers fast enough that the jump attack can still connect on the character in the air, just like that, in the beginning part of their aerial. If he waited any longer, then he would not be able to get the juggle afterwards. The juggles have to come quick and fast, and here he goes, nope, he just goes for the jump attack. So that's how the juggle system works in this game. Yeah, there we go with the Excel. So as long as you keep juggling them within that first part, sets up a meaty, as long as you keep juggling within that first part, you can keep the combo going. Alright, good stuff. This Doctrine Dark ticking out the Zangief in here on his way of trying to defeat this Ken player. Nice. Oh, here we go. Oh, but he just goes for the sweep. Went for the anti-air. Oh, yeah, low short, not really gonna combo. Oh, and just goes for the super. And yes, you can cancel supers into your unblockables, but you saw right there, the Doctrine Dark player all ready for it, goes for the Excel combo to counter because those things have so much startup. Here he goes. Let's see what he can get here. Gets to the towards. Yep. Oh, and he just missed it. Yeah, but if he had gotten it just right, see, the Excel had run out. If he had gotten the jump attack, he would have been able to recover in the air. But since he hit him on the ground, jump and excelled, and if he could have kicked him fast enough in that real time in the air that you're free to juggle, since he was in another Excel, it would have been another knockdown, and he would have been able to get a second Excel combo going. And that is one of the really high damage techniques here of linking multiple Excel combos in a row. And that's the nice thing about that towards forward kick. You see that little forward moving spin kick from Doctrine Dark. When you hit someone out of the air with that, oh, too far away to get any combos, so he's just applying pressures with Explosion. And here we go. Oh wow, not comboing that quite. Slits his throat. Ugh. Nice whiff punish. Ken player being a little desperate on the footsies. Not playing very strong footsies right now. A little too obsessed with the sweep and just gets right through that. Did you see that? Activating the XL, using the invincibility, going for that little towards forward kick to get the full punish. Good stuff. And now we are on to Hokuto. Storyline wise, I think she's Kairi's sister. I think Kairi's the one that's like brainwashed and she's trying to rescue him or something. But she's got counters. She's also got a lot of sway moves where she swings back and goes for kicks. And here we go. Let's see if he goes for the Excel combo. No, it just goes for the meaty setup. And she wakes up with the Excel and blocks, but gets the combo anyway. I should also talk about a little bit. Okay, nice. Getting throws. And a wake up super just to get out of that situation. Nice. You see how he throws the grenade and then he goes for the anti-air cord. Basically a way to cover both the ground and the air. Hard for the opponent to get through that. And look how much damage that throw did. God, I miss throws doing huge damage sometimes. Here we go, the XL combo. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. I think he ended with the crouch forward. I think he wanted to do something else. Pulls her forward, probably gets a second chance. No, just going to go for the meaty setup. Crosses up, and now probably going to go for the XL combo. Yep, get the juggle into the towards forward kick. No, okay, he's just doing the regular ending. Oh, goes for the throw, but nice tech hit from Hokuto. So she's still alive. She has 3 bars. Some character... Oh, she has an SPD too that she can combo off of, but she missed it. It's basically like Fei Long's command grab in Street Fighter 4. She can get the combo off of, but didn't get it. And now Doctrine Dark is going to take the second round. Okay, just zoning with the explosion. Oh, the level 3! There it was, the level 3. She just throws down this big giant sword weapon and missed it, unfortunately, with the glaive. And so she wasted all of her level 3. And you can almost kind of see how dejected she is now. Not going to be able to do anything else. Yeah, and without any meter, it's going to be very tough for this comeback. But if she can win this round, I mean, anything can happen. We've already seen 102 comeback. And here we go, the Miss Super. Oh, just going to go for a sweep? Not going to go for more than that? Okay, here we go. Jujeki Ho into the Super. Manually cancels it so that she can do the follow-up, but didn't quite get it. That Jujeki Ho actually had, I mean, the Super actually has I think, oh, actually, that one's just a pure launch. There's some of them that get a pure launch that give you a free juggle afterwards. Ken has one. She has one. A bunch of characters have one. So at the end of that super, after it pops them up in the air, you get a free juggle, which means you can juggle them any point all the way until they land from that launch. Darun has one with the Indra Smasher. Here we go. Okay, into the super. And I think Crackerjack has one off of a super launch. And here we go. He's going to go for the Excel combo. Get this. Oh, not quite follow up, but he's going to go. You saw him stay in the front that time. Good stuff from Hokuto to recognize that. So she didn't get crossed up by the meaty explosion. Alright, so just trying to use that to control space. And here we go. She's gotten in there. Goes into the launch super. There it is. And she would have gotten a free juggle afterwards, but not going to need it. And here we go. She ties it up 2-2. Like I said, anything can happen again. Of course, because of the high damage and the meter gain. Love the stand roundhouse over the grenade. And here we go with the launch. Can't she get the timing right? Ooh, see, she wanted to do jump kick, stand jab to get the juggle. And I'm not sure what happened. She was too far away. Pulls her into the grenade. Was actually fortunate for her. And now Dark is just going to jump backwards. As soon as he saw Hokuto activate that Excel, almost kicked her way right into that explosion. Zoning out again. Now, there is a lot of delay between that low forward explosion. You can actually try to get him with that, but here we go. Launch. Can she finish the combo this time? Oh, she wanted to juggle with the stand roundhouse, but missed again. And an Excel to counter an Excel. And she's just going to lock him down with those sweeps. And look at this huge life advantage for Hokuto. Are we going to see another O2 comeback? But again, anything can happen because of the damage. And here we go. Doctrine Dark's going to get some sort of setup. And he gets the unblockable. And he's going to activate the Excel combo. Here we go. What can he do? He's out of Excel, but can he build it? In this situation, he does. He has another meter. Only 9 seconds left. And just gets the cross up on the explosion. That's all he needed to take it. And now we're at Garuda. Garuda is the boss character that they made of this game. So they created their own boss character. It's a weird, strange character with a lot of spikes. He's got a spike from his chest. He's got uppercut spikes and spinny spikes and all sorts of weird stuff. And there's his uppercut. Super. Oh, God, from the front. That totally looked like a cross-up, and it hit him facing the other way. So I'm not sure like if there's any sort of crazy unblockable technology. And you can already see, oh, nice. You can see how Doctrine Dark was extending the range of his coil by Kara canceling it. So all these techniques, man, they apply to all the old games. And he activates the Excel, but Garuda actually just empty jumped and did nothing and managed to block safely. Nice standing roundhouse anti-air again, twice. Oh, a couple of chances there for Garuda to actually get the damage. Nothing there. And here we go into super cancel, and he's going to take that round. Okay, but look at this, Doctrine Dark with a lot of meter. One hit, he can probably start a lot of stuff going there. You see that low strong in the stand roundhouse, but again, no knockdown moves there, so Garuda's gonna land on his feet, so we can't really do much else off of that. And there's the Excel reaction. Smart move, but unfortunately got hit, and now a counter Excel here coming from Doctrine Dark, and oh, that was so good. He cancels like a stand roundhouse or a stand fierce into a stand jab to basically give the hit stun of a heavy attack with the recovery of a light attack so we can link off of it. That's another technique on being able to link Excels into more Excel combos. Again, basically chaining a fierce into a whiff jab so you recover instantly and can get more hits. If you can time that right at the end of your Excel combo, you can keep the combo going. Oh, here we go, Excel, but nice neutral jump from Doctrine Dark, and he's going to throw it. And you can see Excel combos don't last very long. Oh, nice super cancel, and that does reach. Wow, good stuff. Yeah, a lot of normals can be super canceled. I can't say all of them can, but a lot of moves that cannot be special canceled can be super canceled, and he got him. That time the anti-air low strong did not work for Doctrine Dark. Oh, and again, that weird cross-up, not cross-up. Not sure if there's any sort of like crazy unblockable technology in this game. Doctrine Dark. Okay, he's got the anti-air Excel, and you see him bring him down low enough so that he can juggle with the sweep. He did a slow jab, another move into a sweep. So the sweep counts as a knockdown, and that triggers the knockdown, so every other normal move afterwards would have been a juggle. Unfortunately, Doctrine Dark drops it. Didn't quite get it, and here comes Garuda's chance for his Excel combo. Not a very impressive Excel combo. You can see not doing much damage. I'll explain the... Oh, nice. Stepping right over that bomb. That's really smart with that Tor's roundhouse kick. But I'll explain the damage scaling on Excel combos in just a little bit. Nice. He goes for the super combo. He has a super in the air, so he can chain that super, but he's going to save it. Can he get him? But no, a wake-up super, and he gets the full hits, does Dark. All right. Just trying to pressure him with the explosion, but that Tor's roundhouse that he used to get over the explosion last time, smart stuff. Even though he didn't throw the explosion that time, he just wasn't ready for it. Oh, nice. And again, that little super combo getting good damage. Might as well. No reason to sit on 3 meters. Okay, gotta watch out for that Tor's roundhouse kick. I think that's why Garuda was walking up. He was trying to block. Oh, counter Excel, but he accidentally pushes himself right into that grenade. Oh, nice counter, but didn't get the full combo, and wow, Doctrine Dark's low strong seems to be a really good anti-air versus Garuda. Even Garuda's jump fierce, which hits really low, isn't working, and now he's going to Excel combo, but he recovered in time So he's not going to get the full combo, and there it is, death. So, scaling and Excel combos. As long as you do not use the same move within one Excel combo, it will do... Oh wow, Volcano Rosso with the counter there. So basically, when you do moves in Excel combos, they're naturally scaled from their full amount. I can't remember what the scaling is. But if you repeat the same move in an Excel combo, the damage gets dropped to pretty much the lowest you can imagine, like 1 or 2 damage points. So you're actually encouraged to do multiple different moves, and this counts for standing and crouching as well. So if you do stand fierce, low fierce, stand roundhouse, low roundhouse, you'll get the most damage out of all 4 of those hits. But if you do stand fierce, stand fierce, stand fierce, stand fierce, the first one will do its, max damage in terms of Excel combos, but then the next 3 will get scaled into nothingness. So again, standing moves, crouching moves, special moves, they all count as different moves. So you're encouraged to do lots of different things. The tricky part is, if you can chain together multiple Excel combos, that scaling resets between the Excels, and here we go. And this is why you see them using lots of different moves. And here we go, he's gonna go from an Excel into a super cancel. Nice stuff, look how much damage that did, so much damage. And that's why the Excel combos are so potent. You can literally kill someone if you have 3 bars, and nice stuff, there you go. Gets the full juggle off of that, hitting them always before they manage to recover in the air, so he gets the 3 juggles. Doctrine Dark going for an unblockable, nice counter from Rosso. Again, another great counter, always getting that low counter and using the command dash to get under. And here we go. Okay. Pressure time, going in there, gets the throw. Onto the ground, gets the meaty setup, that throw puts him down perfectly for that. He activates the Excel and it counters with his own super. Good stuff to Doctrine Dark. And again, covering that space, but smart stuff to counter with his own fireball, and he went for another low counter. This time he didn't fall for it, and Doctrine Dark's gonna set up the ambiguous jump there instead of going for a full combo, and it's gonna pay off, and he gets the round with that. He didn't go for the super the first time. He saves it, and he finally gets that his first round of this set. But Volcano Rosso just trying to get in there, going for his unblockable. You can see how much range he has on that. So good. And Rosso, they're scared to do anything because of explosion on the ground. Oh, look at him covering him. And yeah, there is a corner in this game. You can see how they get kind of stuck in the corner, but the game will keep scrolling even though you reach the corner, that you just won't scroll as far back. You just don't have as much room to go back. The only way the screen scrolls is if you get pushed by your opponent. You cannot walk back any further. And now Doctrine Dark ties it up 2-2. We've seen this a lot. A lot of people going up 0-2 and then having it come down to 2-2. Nice jump through, and he tried to counter with an Excel, and that's not going to work. Wow, point blank coil. He's going to go for the ambiguous meaty setup, a great block from Rosso, and smart, expecting follow-up attacks, so Doctrine Dark instead goes for the throw. Trying to keep applying that pressure. They're both basically sitting on full meter. Any next hit could lead into huge amount of damage. Oh, and a counter Excel. Here we go. Can he do it? No, he was too far. One of his attacks whiffed. It's not going to work. Tried to counter the unblockable with his own Excel. Not going to work. Doctrine Dark gonna complete the comeback there. Great stuff.